Do you guys remember the Flintstones? The 1960s hit cartoon produced by Hanna-Barbera that was the first animated show to ever get a primetime slot? Don't get me wrong, the Flintstones has a place in history, and the corner cutting that made it possible by Hanna-Barbera is a video on its own. But that's not what I'm here to waste my voice on today. The Flintstones could be known for its cutting edge and totally not relying on one type of joke multiple times humor, such as,
Oh, Fred,
Yeah, what is it, Wilma?
this ball he gave me is no good. It's full of holes.
the Flintstones has always held a spot in my mind for the cheesiest humor and cheesiest aesthetics. And if you thought the puns were bad, imagine living it. The Flintstones have actually had several theme park outings, far too numerous to list here right now, and that in itself would also be another video entirely. Maybe it's because I'm more of a sci-fi nut. The whole caveman aesthetic never really gelled with me. The legacy of the Flintstones seems to stick to it, like some dinosaur do on a primeval shoe, which maybe they've invented yet, I'm not sure. The whole theme seems to have a sort of kitschiness to it, which I can appreciate, but it's not my cup of tea. However, sometimes I see something so baffling, so mismatched, so odd of a decision that I just have to talk about it. In the 1980s, the Festival Park section of Alton Towers held its signature attraction, the Corkscrew, which after almost 20 years of operation was starting to show its age. But at the opening of the 1999 season, something in the area surrounding it was different.
Alton Towers in Staffordshire has gone back to the dawn of civilization for inspiration to bring its latest attraction to life. And the park also plans to use the latest technology to cut down on queuing time for the most popular rides.
Meet the Ug family. They've been dragged from the Stone Age to the end of the 20th century and persuaded to spend the summer at Alton Towers. From tomorrow, visitors can meet, talk to and dance with their ancestors. Ugland is the latest attraction at the theme park, transforming the area around the infamous corkscrew ride. Managers hope the whole family will enjoy interacting with Ugland's bizarre inhabitants.
We've got continual street theatre, so it's actually run by the Ug family, who will be out and about all day entertaining everyone. We've also got some great innovative participation games, which will be fun for people to play and watch.
Brief tangent here, but can we appreciate this Oblivion employee, please?
I'm on the big rides. Hello. What you do is you let yourself through this turnstile here. That automatically releases a ticket. There's a time on the ticket. You can go off, do your own thing. Then there's only a short wait for the two most popular rides, Nemesis and Oblivion.
Ugland had several attractions dotting its prehistoric wasteland. Some of the game stands included Dino Derby, a racing skee-ball game, cave games, an arcade with a standard array of games, Soakosaurus, an upcharge attraction where guests could soak each other with water balloons, Ug Basher, a variation on the Strongman game, Ugmobiles, a coin-op game where you could drive tiny prehistoric cars before dinosaurs for the oil were even dead, Ug Basketball, which is basically what it says on the tin, and in later years Ug Family, a shooting game with a living room set. I guess Alton got paid per use of the word Ug by Big Oil, eh? Ugland also featured several rides, including Dino Dancer, a Huss break dance ride, Ug Swinger, which had formerly been Wave Swinger at Alton Towers, Ug Bugs, Bone Shaker, formerly known as Energizer, and of course, the Corkscrew. The land also had a climbing wall called Lava Lump, where guests must, quote, weigh 3 to 17 stone to climb. Ha! Get it? Because caveman? Because to measure things in the Stone Age, they used rocks? Ha! That's clever. The land... Hello?
You bloody yank, that's not a joke.
What?
A stone is an imperial unit of measurement for weight. It's about 14 pounds.
Are you serious?
Yes! Not like you lot are any better. I hear you measure things in football fields.
Are we talking like football, or soccer here? The land's feature that Alton marketed was the Ug family, a roaming theater troupe that would patrol the area and interact with guests. They traveled in a fire truck of all things, which featured an unusual fire hose.
It's a living.
This actually wasn't Alton's first brush with prehistory. In the early 80s, Alton did have a dinosaur land, but it was nothing to the scale that Ugland achieved. But what would a proper theme park land be without matching music? I'll let it speak for itself.
Keep your heads back and hold on tight. We're counting down. Get those engines revving.
When Rita moved in 2005, Ugland was shaken. It entered a state of half-existence, a patchwork mismatch of Rita's theme of racing with Ugland's ugness. Despite their efforts to blend Rita in by naming her area Thunder Rock Rally, the sleek and attractive coaster was too modern to fit in with the Ugland theme. By then, it was just a matter of time.
The ride has reached the end, really, of its natural shelf life. We want to do something dramatic in this space in a couple of years, and unfortunately, when we've looked at all our plans and what we want to put here, it's meant that the corkscrew's time has come to an end.
When 13 arrived in 2010, the Dark Forest overtook the prehistoric domain. It put it out of its misery by squeezing its dwindling strength like a viper vine chokes a brontosaurus. The Ug family went into the woods alone, and they haven't been seen since.
If you go down to the woods today, you'd better not go alone.
So, Ugland happened. That was a thing. And all I have to say is, why? Why, after years of upping the park's ante, of making sure it stood apart from any other cheap traveling fair or regular amusement park, would Alton step backwards? I have a few theories as to why. A few rather unfocused, unprofessional theories, but they're theories nonetheless. Firstly, Alton wanted to reassure that they were indeed a family park. With the unveiling of Nemesis and Oblivion in years before, thrill seekers were flocking to the park, but Alton wanted to remind England, and the world, that they were indeed for all ages. But why cavemen? They were actually in the public consciousness a little at this time thanks to, you guessed it, the Flintstones. Their live-action movie, released in 1994, made more than 7 times back its $46 million budget, raking in $341.6 million worldwide, including England. As terrible as this movie was, it did awaken this brand of cheesiness from its deep, deserved slumber. Okay, here's where I go off the rails a bit. Ugland opened in 1999, but in 1998, something similar opened across the ocean.
First came the Magic Kingdom, then Epcot, then Disney MGM Studios, and now...
When Disney was constructing the Animal Kingdom, they had a difficult choice to make. Disney was running out of space and money, and had to decide which land to construct. The beautiful, well thought out, and interesting Beastly Kingdom, which would focus on animals from fantasy, or Dino Land USA, a cheesy kiddie area that was based on a traveling carnival. Apparently, they decided to go with Dino Land USA to coincide with the release of their no doubt was going to be a smash hit, Dinosaur. What? You don't remember Dinosaur? With that guy and that guy and... Clearly, Disney made the wrong choice. Of course, this theory is out there as it takes much more than a year for a team of talented people to design a land. Animal Kingdom was announced in 1996, which does leave a window of time. But if I am completely, totally, 100% wrong here, I would not be surprised. Maybe it's a coincidence. Maybe that theme of prehistory was coming back because everyone was looking forward to the new millennium. But either way, Ugland happened, and as baffling as it was and is, I can't completely hate it. Like I said, cheesiness and I don't mesh, but Alton did give an effort. Some parks would have just slapped dinosaur stickers on a ride and called it a day. But Alton went an extra mile and themed the land top to bottom. I could never be mad at a cast who brought the area to life, as they certainly seemed to be having fun and putting in an effort. But either way, it's best that Ugland be left where it belongs, in the Stone Age.